What's happening, guys? Jason back with some really the first startings of the 70 GS build. So as I talked about in the opening video of this car, it's got the wrong engine. It's got 2-barrel intake on there. But the good news is on these Buick 350s, the only difference between the 2-barrel and the 4-barrel was the intake. So no compression differences, no camshaft differences, no head differences. So I went around looking for some parts, which are really hard to find for this particular car. But I found a guy local that was selling a complete 4-barrel engine. Transmission, I mean, he gave me everything. He's got a new alternator, new AC compressor, basically a bunch of stuff I need. So he gave me a pretty good deal on it. So I got that, and we're going to be doing that today. First thing we're going to be doing is testing the alternator that's on there. The generator light is on, but I haven't actually put a meter on it yet. So that's what we're about to do. Where we are going to be testing our alternator and see what the heck is going on. And the old digital meter, put black to red because, yeah, people are weirdos. That's on. Bad, Jason. Okay. So battery's sitting on 12.3 volts. Let's see if we got anything going on back over to here. Yeah, so we got voltage going to there. So there's nothing wrong with the wiring in between here and there. Let's crank her up and see what happens. So yeah, no charge, alternator is door now. But again, the engine I got over here happens to have another alternator on there. I don't know if it's exactly the same. Doesn't look quite exactly the same, but I think I can retrofit it and make it work. All the connection points are the same. Looks like the only difference is right here, which, yeah, I should be able to make that work. So, I guess we're gonna go right on ahead and pop that guy off. I need to grab some tools and head to work. Okie dokie. Come in here. There ain't a metric to be seen on this car. Whew. Things are a little tight here, so I get in here with the old water displace 40. See if we can't loosen some stuff up. Ah, yeah, that's much better. And of course, couldn't make it simple. One's got to be a 9/16. And this stuff hadn't been broken off since Nixon was president, so it's really tight. I think we're out. It's just kind of stuck. So we're gonna come over here and get this giant screwdriver. This is Big Mo. Big Mo's been in my family since before I was born. Seen a lot of old cars. Been beat up a little bit, but that's okay. The owner of this screwdriver is a little bit beat up too. I'm sure everybody has one of these, so you just want to get in there and give it a good fight on the bolt. It should start popping right on out of there. Get our OSHA approved hammer here. Give the old push and twist combo. And the jiggle jiggle slide. There we go. off from there. Yeah, don't tell me I gotta take that upper piece off too. Don't tell me that. They're telling me that. Maybe if I take the old Big Mo. There we go. And of course it ain't gonna be easy. Anyway, come in here and do a little, what should be scissor action to make sure that piece don't turn, if I can get a bite on it at all. There. Let's see if this will get a bite on it now. Well, shoot. So now what we gotta do is we gotta come in here and do it the wrong way, the right way. Yeah. Good bite on it with our needle nose vice grips. Ain't vicing the grips enough. What you kind of want to do with these when they're being stubborn like this is give them a nice shock. Let's see if that gets you anywhere. Looks like it might be getting me somewhere, even though this nut is more round than it is hexagon these days. I think that might have done her. Yeah, that's an old Delco Remy with some pretty good leaves and rat's nest stuff looking up in there, so that's probably what happened to the old girl. Okay, so now that guy's off, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start unbolting this intake over here, or maybe the one on the other side first. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna be doing. All right, fellas, so got this intake loose right here. Got the old one, or the new one, off from the new motor over there. Now there's something I gotta have a little bit of a confession here on. You see, I live in constant fear that YouTube is gonna demonetize me for firearms content because of these guns that I pack, all right? Now I want you to appreciate just how freaking heavy this intake is as you watch me struggle to lift it out of here. All right, here we go. Everything's loose. Everything's out of the way. All right. That is no joke. I think that intake weighs, about 90 pounds. Okay. Okay. So let's take a little peek down here and in the intake valley. which these Buicks are a little weird because the pan gasket and the intake gasket are basically the same thing. It's pretty much just solid metal straight across the board. So yeah, we're gonna come in here, we're gonna clean this up with the old brake clean and whatnot, and then we're gonna slap our new 4-barrel intake on here, carburetor and all. And the good news about this particular engine is that's a rebuilt alternator, that's a rebuilt AC compressor, that's a fairly new cap, spark plug wires and everything else, and that's a Rochester Quadrajet. Now I am going to go out on a limb here and say that this was a running car that this motor came out of. So I am so confident I'm not even going to pull that carburetor off. I'm just going to slap it on and run it as is where it is. Might bite me, might not. But I'm going to go get some water because I'm about dying after that monster workout. And then I'm going to clean that up and slap the new intake on and we'll see what happens. Alright, so for torquing the intake down, we have to go back to our 1970s version of the internet and come in here. This is tune-up and specs on pretty much everything here. It's 71 model, but it's the exact same stuff. So it's got a Buick 6 tune-up, Buick V8 tune-up. So we got all kinds of cool information in here, timing marks and valve arrangements, got information on it, engine identification, which I honestly probably need to publish a lot of this stuff on the internet because you can't find a whole lot on the particular ones. So we got, you know, the Rochester carburetors, model numbers, fuel distribution, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this was your all data and everything else back in the day. This is what professional mechanics see, fuses and circuit breakers and all that. But what we're looking for right now is intake manifold tightening sequence. So front of the engine, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Just basic crossing pattern in 55 foot-pounds of torque. And we will go through there and take care of all that. It's pretty boring to watch me torque stuff down, so I'll do that real quick and I'll show you the finished product. So herein lies our finished product. We got our fake 455 air cleaner on there and all that. Didn't bother painting the engine. It would have prettied it up and everything, but honestly, if I want to do all that, I need to pull the engine out and degrease it and shoot everything, put a cam in and, you know, make it wild and all that stuff. Got a new alternator on while I was at it and it's charging properly now. But anyway, let's come over here and crank her up and see what's what. Oh my God, it's hot. Whew. Bet you hell ain't a mile from here. Okay. So, give it a little pump. So, fires right up under neutral. As you can hear, she sounds a whole lot healthier. Got some of that 70s muscle sound going to her now. Runs a lot smoother up here, but I've already run her down the road once and she got a lot more power now. The carburetor and 4-barrel all opens up like it should. And get her stopped. So now we got her running right. We can focus on other stuff like speedometer not working and speedometer not working, AC not working, radio not working, and everything else that ain't working on this car. And once we get that done, we can move on to the rust repair and grill repair and all that stuff. Basically, there's a lot of work on this car to be done, but we'll get to it and we'll have a lot of fun with this car. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. As always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more.